Good, everybody. Welcome in. Man, it has been an eventful week for us. Excited that we are now proudly holding to over 100 subscribers. Over 100 of you said yes when I said, will you like and subscribe? Will you click that button and let us know that you are enjoying the content? And so I'm excited that you've done that. We are continuing to build from there, but we are certainly not ungrateful for the subscribers that we have, and we want to continue to pump out some good content for y'all. Today is going to be an interesting one because we're gonna ask the question: what happens when a box drops in value? I've looked. So there is a website where you can go and you can do basically like simulated box openings. And I did that for the Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. And it was amazing how much disparity there was between the best boxes and the absolute worst boxes. I'm talking like 3 times the value in the best box versus maybe even more than 3 times the value. There's a couple I would call outliers that were just really, really bad. But then there were some that were really, really good in value. And I'm going to say this, in Battle for Baldur's Gate, and the other D&D set, which is escaping me at the moment, but those sets, I will say, have drawn me back into playing Magic, because of my interest in Dungeons and Dragons and playing that with a group of friends, and it was just like, it seemed like a natural thing. So before we get into all that, though, and I express my gratitude for Magic doing and I'm going to call it a collaboration, even though they're the same company. But we have a winner to announce today. And so our winner for the drawing, based on comments from last week's video where we opened up a box of Phyrexia All Will Be One set boosters, the winner from those comments last week is Alan Garcia. And Alan, you are in luck, man. I know you are not local. I do have one more code that you can redeem on Arena for Magic. So I'm going to pass that along to you. Otherwise, next time we may have to go back to giving you, if you win on the Magic stream, we may go back to giving you Pokemon codes. It's a little sacrilege, but I guess it'll work. All right. The box. So this box has dropped in value. You can get it for under $100 easy. This is a draft booster box. To some, this actually holds more value because you can actually take it and draft with it and play with it and have fun. Whereas set boosters, the experience is not quite as balanced. And so, but what we're going to do is we're just going to open it up. We're going to look and see, is this box that we're going to open, is it a boo, like boo, or is it a boom, like boom, drop the mic, great box? A lot of that is going to hang on whether or not, and I'm just kind of looking at the stuff that is valuable right now in this set. A lot of that's going to hang on whether or not we pull dragons or not, because dragons seem to be a really part of the set that's actually holding value. There are some very strong, powerful dragons. The irony of it is, so the graphic I made it has Boo on my shoulder, which is the little hamster guy that Minsk has. That's the bald planeswalker guy that he has, and I used Boo, but actually the Boo and the Minsk and Boo card is actually not bad, especially if you get the borderless one. So we will set this off to the side. I'm going to try to get most of the shininess of the packs out of screen. That way it doesn't cause the rest of our screen to get really dim for some reason. It's a settings thing, I'm sure. But let's go ahead and jump in. Let's see what we pull. Let's see if we have anything that we would call a boom, or if this box has nothing but bust written all over it. What are your predictions? What do you think as we go in? One thing that is amazing about these packs, so I've been opening set boosters lately, and those are like 12 card packs, right? And these are 21 card packs, so this feels like a ton of cards. Okay, so as we go through, obviously the commons and the uncommons there, I'm not going to say there are not any commons or uncommons that have value, but they're not going to be the ones that we're going to focus on. We're just going to kind of go through and look for, that was interesting. So we had 4 uncommons, and then we went back to a common. There's a rare Wand of Wonder. I pulled a Safana. And then we got our... Okay, so maybe I should have been more specific when I said pulling dragons. This is not what I meant. Oh well, I got to be more specific, I guess. All right, so I'm going to put our rares off to the side. And I'll put my uncommons and commons away from me. Away with you. Commons and uncommons. All right. Here we go. So I'm assuming you have experienced this set. Some people have just absolutely stayed away from the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, kind of looking at it as kind of a gimmicky. Okay. There's a dragon, not one of them that we're looking for, but a dragon nonetheless. Again, I need to be more specific. There's a Feywild Visitor. All right, 9-finger Keeney. There's a rare there. We got Gale's Redirection. We have a Universal Solvent and Foil. That's pretty cool looking. All right. So the dragons you're looking for are the mythic dragons, and I believe there's one. It's a cycle of them. I think there's one for each. Oh, there's cool Wayfarer Bauble. That's always a good card, especially in Pauper. A card that you can always almost never have enough of when you're doing Pauper. There's the Faceless one, colorless. The background, that's kind of cool. I do like the background art, the way the backgrounds work in the game. Furbolg Flutist. Yeah, he's a flutist. There's a copy token. Very cool. You've been caught stealing. I don't know. You should probably stop that. Yeah, the background where you can attach it to, I don't know if it's specifically only Commander. I'll have to look next time I see a background card. I mean, I could go back and look at the one we just looked at, but nah. I won't do that. So this is what happens when you actually have your sound going. It's pretty exciting. I checked and double checked. I looked at my stuff. Is everything moving? It is. It's all moving. So I'm really excited about that. Again, I'm just slowly... Okay. So yeah. So the backgrounds are for commanders. At least this one was too. Scion of Halaster. Commander creatures you don't have. And the neat thing is that it's an enchantment. So, that's a good hit right there. That's a really good hit. Especially if you're playing Modern. For some reason, that's a Modern staple right now. Well, a staple. We'll say, out of this set, that's a card that you're going to want if you're playing Modern, and you can utilize that card, that color, etc., etc. But the cool thing about the backgrounds is that they are... Okay, also not the dragon we're looking for. This is not the dragon I was looking for. The backgrounds are good for all commanders. So if you play something where you have multiple commanders, like partner commanders and things like that. Amethyst Dragon. Lots of dragons. Did we just see that same card? Nope. It's creepy. Master Chef. There's Eteral Survivors. Martial Impetus, another copy. Okay, so I'm going to say Ascend from Avernus is probably our biggest hit at the moment. Although I don't know that it's on the front page of the list of cards I've pulled up. It probably is somewhere within the top 3 or 4 pages. So, not anything you're going to write home about, not anything you're going to go and maybe turn in to make a mortgage payment, but not bad nonetheless. Again, if you're playing Modern, especially. Okay. Here we go. Let's keep pressing on. Nature's Lore. It's another good card for Commander. It's a fun card. And despite the name of the set, I mean, it does have things that are specific to Commander, but is called Commander Legends, which led a lot of people to believe there's the Duke. Oh, Battle Angels of Tyr. That's a really good card. It's a big hit as well. And then we got our first foil Ball, Lord of Murder. That's a creepy looking card, but it's a foil, and it's of that special, it's like the Monster Manual art type. I don't know what the official name of that is, but it's, that Battle Angels of Tyr. Now that is something that will be probably on the front page of the list of cards I'm looking at. If not, it's awful. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's a double digits. Double digits berries. Have you noticed that? Are you on TikTok? Do you? Where they can't talk about moolah, but they refer to anything that is a denomination of cash as berries. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I'm sorry. All right, so we have the descent into Avernus. We have the ascend from Avernus. We have the descent into Avernus, which ironically is not as good of a card. Part of it is the fact that descent into Avernus is an enchantment, and the ascend from Avernus is a sorcery. Let me go back and click back into I can make sure everything is going the way it should be going. This is our last pack of the first stack. That rhymed. Backstreet's back. All right. Sorry. Dragon Cultist. That artwork is very eye-catching. It kind of draws your eye right to that red flame. Jira, Friend of the Forest. That's pretty cool. So you can choose a background. You can give it a background, but also it gives tokens you control. Add 1 green mana, so that's pretty sweet. There's Monster Manual Rare. Very cool. Not a cookbook. Monster Manual is not a cookbook. It is a monster that does not automatically do anything. It's a manual monster. Oh wait, no, it's a monster. Never mind. One thing you will notice is that there you go, Command Tower. Not bad. You're gonna need one of those if you're playing Commander. Maybe. Some people are like, Command Tower is not an automatic add in Commander. That's fine. Doesn't have to be. Arcane Signet is another one of those cards that a lot of people auto-add to a Commander deck. Doesn't have to be. There's Elminster's Simulacrum. It's another mythic. I think that's our second mythic of the box so far. Yeah. Everything else has been rare, so I'll lay it out here just to remind ourselves that we got it. There's an Iron Mastiff. Man, that's terrifying looking with the foil. That's pretty sweet. The eyes actually look as though, let me pull it, let me show you. I don't know if you can see it very well, but the eyes look as though they're glowing. And then in the metal, foil metal reflecting off, or light reflecting off the top of the Mastiff. All right, here we go. Hey, there's a band together. There's a picture of Boo in Minsk. So far, I think we've gotten a couple Booms, but we've had a lot more Boo. Seeing something full art back here. We're about to see. Oh, speaking of Minsk and Boo. All right, that's great. Full art Minsk and Boo Timeless Heroes. That's a boom. I would say that's a boom hit. Tomb of Horrors Adventure. Chain Devil. Yeah, that's okay. Not bad. So I'm gonna say these three are. It's good playability, modern, but not a high value card. Battle Angels of Tyr and Minsk and Boo are both on the front page of my list, which means they're higher value. They're among the highest value cards in the set. Now again, you may go, well, highest value cards in Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. That's not saying much, which is fair. That's totally a fair thing to say. However, not bad pulls so far. Jira's Respite, or Respite. It's probably the best way to say that. So it's another, it's basically a way to go get lands. X is number of creatures attacking you. Put those cards onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. And prevents all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. So it's kind of like a fog that also goes and gets land, which is pretty amazing. At specific times in the game, that would be a great card to have. Kind of a middle of the game. I mean, obviously with green, you're going to be able to ramp into that, so you can probably play it turn 2 or 3 if your ramp is working well. I mean, if your ramp is working really well, turn 1. But there's another bubble. This is a good set to get your hands on if you've not played Commander before, because you'll get some things that you can use right off the bat. You'll get a lot of legendary creatures you can build some creative things out of. For instance, this guy, the Jellyfish, Glunch, the Bestower. You could create a Glunch deck if you wanted to. You get Kindred Discovery, which is a pretty sweet card. So it enters the battlefield. Choose a creature type. Whenever a creature you control of that chosen type enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card. I mean, that's strong, especially if you're playing a very creature-heavy deck. Again, I'm gonna go over and look real quick. I don't know that that's on the front page of my list. I feel like that's a really good card. Then we go in some, blue tribal stuff. So, the first thing you think of when you think blue tribal is going to be either fairies or merfolk. But I'm sure there's other things that you could use that in. Birds, maybe. Some kind of flyers. Blue dragons. We're looking for dragons. Did I mention we were looking for dragons? There's a snake dragon. I said that, and there's a dragon. That's not hard to do, though, in this set. There's a lot of different kinds of dragons. It's the second dragon in this pack. We're looking for dragons further into the pack, which means they're going to be rares and mythics. There's an Idlid Harvester. Very cool. Basilisk Gate. And a goat. If you're wondering where your boot was. Goat got your boot. If you had a question about that. Welcome to any of our friends from Canada. Okay. This one start. Another dragon. Like I said, there's plenty of stuff in here you could use to, maybe build your first Commander deck. Burnished Heart. It's another kind of old school Commander staple. Back when Commander first came out, that was one of the cards you're like, oh yeah, you gotta have that in your deck. It's pretty good. Gorion Wise Mentor. See? Build yourself a Gorion Bant deck. There's Astarion's Thirst. Into a foil Blessed Hippogriff. So, and again, like the Astarion's Thirst is exile target creature, put X/1/1 counters on a commander creature you control, where X is the power of creature exiled this way. So, again, there's just a lot of, it's very flavorful towards commanders. It does not contain, like, a bunch of legendary commander cards that from the past, like, that you wanted to be reprinted. Which is what a lot of people thought this set was going to be. But it's decent. And if you're wanting to have a good time with a group of friends, you want us to do some draft, but you also want to, at some point, create commander decks, it's a great way to do it. Buy a box of this for under $100. Bramble Sovereign Full Art Mythic. Check that out. That is sweet. Very good. I feel like that's got to be... Again, I just put that on my stack of rares. That was not smart. It's a very cool looking card. Again, I'm not sure that it has value per se. Let me double check real quick. But, by the way, what I'm doing is every time I'm doing this, I'm clicking over to TCG Player, which is where... okay, yeah, that Kindred Discovery was a decent pull too. Yeah. It's actually better than the Bramble Sovereign. So I could probably put that back out and put these guys in a more neat stack. There we go. So Kinder Scurvy, not a bad card. Decent pull, great playability, especially in Commander, because you're going to have a longer game. So it's a 5-drop, which some people would go, it's pretty hard to pull off. 5 drops are back in the day when Commander first was a thing. You would have 7, 8, 9 drops and not think anything about it because there was no CEDH. I mean, there maybe was, but none of the people I played with played CEDH stuff. None of the decks were super fast. You knew you were there for at least an hour, and that was only with like a 4-player game. There's Earthquake Dragon. Okay, so that's pretty sweet. Not the dragon we were looking for. And then you thought a 9 casting cost was high. That's a 14 and a green. Now, fortunately, it has an ability that costs X less to cast for X the total mana value of dragons you control. So if you're playing a dragon deck, that guy may come out for 1 green, which would be pretty sweet. All right. Let me remind you that there is a video that we put out this last weekend. It's our 100 sub celebration or giveaway details, and so I would encourage you to go over there, watch the video, go find your favorite moment. Oh, nice, Swiftfoot boots, another Commander staple, at least from back in the day. There's a Shameless Charlatan, very cool. Oh, Luxury Suite, that'll work. Okay, and there's some decent, there's a decent land cycle on this set too. Luxury Suite is a nice card to have. But if you go over and find that video, post. That contest is going on, or the giveaway is going. You can sign up for the giveaway up until the last day of February, and then we will announce the winners. We've got 3 different giveaways, one for One Piece. We have a Pokemon giveaway, and we have a Magic the Gathering giveaway, and they're decent value. I mean, they're about $80 in value, each one of the giveaways. Ball Lord of Murder. Into a Mythic Storm King's Thunder. That's pretty cool. So it's an X where you pay the X, and then the next instant or sorcery you play, you get to copy it X many times. And you get to choose new targets for each of the copies. That's pretty strong. And it's only a 3. I mean, I'd say it's only a 3. But if you're not playing CEDH, that's definitely decent value. Another Band Together. Does it mean we have another Boo in Minsk? Last time we saw a Band Together, we had a Boo and a Minsk. Is there a pattern? Is there a pattern? There's not, but there is a Spire Garden. And that's pretty sweet. Okay, so we pulled 2 of the... I did it again. There's 2 of the land cycle in this set that we pulled, which are very nice. Okay. I think this box is actually pretty good. It's funny. I opened a collector. I don't think it was a full box, but I think I opened a handful of packs out of a collector box. And they were like really meh. I mean, they weren't very good, which was really strange. I really feel like the draft boosters for this set are a lot better. You get a lot more value. Mirror of Life Trapping. You get a lot more value because you get just bulk more cards. But again, like, buy a box. Between you and a group of 4 or 6 friends, you could each probably pay somewhere around $20 a piece, depending on how many people you've got. And you just have a draft night. I mean, you've got 24 packs. So 24, 6, yeah. So probably like 25 a piece, not quite 25 a piece for 4 people to draft, which isn't bad. Oh, there's Miram, Sentinel Worm, another dragon, it's a Dragon Spirit, Altar Abhal, double rare pack. There's Volo's Journal. All right, we're down to our last 3 packs. Last 3 packs will, I don't know. I think this box has been good. I don't know that it's been a boom, but I don't know that it's been a boo either. I think it's where's the middle between It's an or. What is between boo and boom? The word or. Wrathful Red Dragon. Oh man, I thought that was something else. Wrathful Red Dragon. I thought that was the ancient. Ooh, check that out. We got a boo token to go with our Minsk and Boo Timeless Heroes. There we go. Why did I put that there? Well, because these cards are all going back to the store. And if you buy that card, you probably want to have the boo token with it. And so that'll be with him. It'll go right along in the case with it. And that way you have the whole thing you need right away. There we go. If you want to claim any of these cards as I'm opening, well, I've already opened a bunch, but if you want to claim any of these cards that I have opened, or that I will open between now and this last pack, you can do so in the chat. There's Call to the Void. Nice. And to look upon the Tarrasque. The Tarrasque. If you want to claim any of these cards, you can do that in the comments down below. You can do it in the chat, although I don't see anybody in the chat doing that. So, but you can claim in the comments. You can go to our Discord channel. Make sure you @ me. I'm the guy that always posts the YouTube links. And we'll make sure that the cards get set aside for you. These cards will not make it back to the store till the weekend. And so you have a little bit of time. But of course, first come, first serve. Somebody claims it. It's gone. So if you want any of these cards for your, if you want a Wind Shaper Plantar, then claim him now. Murder. Yep. That guy has 1, 2, 3, 5 swords at his neck. Yeah, he's in trouble. Okay. So, boo or boom? What do you think? I think the Battle Angels of Tyr is a really good card. I know we've had a lot of the copies of that around. Kinder Discovery is a really very playable card. There's Minsk and Boo. Timeless Heroes Full Art. There's a Sin from Avernus, which is a good card for Modern, and we got our two lands from the cycle in this set. Luxury Suite and Spire Garden. So if you're playing a red, black, green deck, for instance, maybe you want to make a Ball Lord of Murder deck, then you have a good start to your land base. And we also have both versions of that guy. So whichever one you wanted. You want the foil with the with the Monster Manual art style, or if you want the regular non-foil, you got a chance to build those decks. Y'all, as always, I love the opportunity to sit to open packs of your favorite game, my favorite games, and just experience that together. I hope you've enjoyed it today. We are in the midst of the 100 sub giveaway, and so make sure you go over to that video, see how to sign up for that, and sign up, and then we will do the drawing March 1st. So you don't want to miss out on that. You can get your hands on some pretty cool stuff. And then we also announced a new drawing, since we've been having a lot of success with our Digimon videos. We're doing a Digimon giveaway, but that won't happen until May. Is that right? January, February, March? Maybe it was March. I forget. Whenever the new Digimon deck comes out, that's when we're going to do that drawing, which is I think it's the 10th deck, the 10th starter deck. Anyway, there's all kinds of cool stuff going on. Check out stuff going online at the store. Get on our Discord. Sign up for our meetup. I know there's some Pokemon events coming up. We got a pre-release coming out for Pokemon, which is going to be really exciting. And so, just all kinds of stuff going on. Encourage you to get in on that stuff. Have a great day. Peace.